So starting off with the mage, what do? First thing you're going to do, obviously, is get to know your talent tree. So you're basically going to start out with just that auto attack right here. And I'm going to take this off. You're going to start out with that auto attack. And the auto attack is great. It doesn't cost any mana. You just go in. It shoots pretty fast. And as you level up, and just like in the general overview, as I said, put your points where you need them. A big mistake that people make with mages is putting all the points into intelligence at first. Don't do that. Put it into strength if you need it. Put it into vitality if you need it. Don't focus completely on int. You can change that later. See, if I take all this off, let's see how many points I have in int. I think I got all of them. Yeah, I've got 42,320 just in int. Oh, no, that's also Australian. Increasing it too. I don't know. I got a lot. I got all of them. Whatever. What the fuck ever. So don't always just focus on it. And then when you get to your abilities, a big issue I see with starting with mages who start out is they'll get these points and they'll maybe put one in magic missile, and they're like, oh well, I can't get multi-missile till I think it's level 14 or 20 or something like that. Like, then I don't want to put any more points into magic missile. Two things here. You don't need to worry about allocating points early. They can be reset. I've said it before, said it a million times. Don't worry about that shit. Put points where you need it. You know, even put points into... when I first started out, I had points in Frost Nova because I could slow shit down that was chasing me. And I had points in Magic Missile. So what happens, though, is you use this a couple times and the mana becomes a problem. You have to switch back to your auto attack and have the mana refill and then certain things like that. Don't worry about misallocating abilities. Put points where you need them. Move up to multi-missile. Fill out multi-missile. You know, of course, fill out your magic shield. If you want to put a point... If you want to fill out teleport in order so it doesn't cost a lot of mana, you know, whatever. I just put a point in it. I have one single point. But early on, that only allows for like 1 or 2 teleports before you run out of mana. And that's okay, because you're not really going to need teleport all that much at the beginning of the game. Focus on multi-missile and focus on magic orbit. But until you can actually get them, you know, fill out magic missile. Why not? Fill out Frost Nova. It's okay. It's not a big deal. You need defense, put it in magic shield. And then when you go to choose your secondary mastery, for starting mages, I see this a lot. They'll either do mage or mage archer because those are the in-game builds. And the in-game builds, you know, for farming, it's mage archer. For just pure straight motherfucking damage, it's going to be mage. But you don't need that. You don't need any of that starting out. What you need is survivability and the ability to get through the game. And mage and mage archer is not going to give you that. Choose your secondary as mage warrior. I went through the entire game all the way through crawl as a mage warrior, and it wasn't until after level 1500 that I actually respec. I mean, this is far later on after I began the game in order to start farming. The reason is with mage warrior, you gain strength, so you can start wearing some, you know, automatically you get some strength, and there you go. Now you can wear some gear. But this right here, rotating shields, my God, I can't tell you how good rotating shields is. Rotating shields is so awesome. It does so much. I mean, it completely blocks projectiles, and it doesn't, like, It doesn't, mitigate it. It will block a projectile. Now, it does have a recharge time and a spinning time, but shit, usually projectiles can just tear your ass up, but it blocks it. Stone Skin, it is going to increase your armor, and that is the biggest problem with mages, is the lack of armor. And that combined with magic shield, man, it's great. You just become a literal tank, and it's tough for you to die, and that's what you want. That's what you want in the beginning. And then there's also redemption. Before you get other stuff, before you get other R's, you can get redemption, and this lets you just keep going and going and going and going. As you kill stuff, you don't have to worry about mana regeneration. You don't have to worry about your health getting too low, because as you kill stuff, you siphon some of that from the enemies, and it allows you to just keep on. And that is these talents right here, these three are just absolutely wonderful for a mage, and that's why I suggest going with a mage warrior to begin with. And then once you get later on in the game, as I've said before, and you get those resets, reset, and then pick out your build from there. Don't worry about fucking up in the beginning, because the beginning part of the game until you get to end game is completely different. It's played completely differently than end game, and you can't think about end game when you're starting out. So for the mage, when you choose your secondary mastery, choose warrior. Get that defense up, and then you'll be able to just blow through and get through reincarnations, get your gear that you need, and then eventually you can respec. If y'all have questions about starting out with the mage, just let me know. I'll be happy to help.